My old friend Selaidich worries about self-serving unilateral action. But in my opinion, Sarajevo proves that genocide can be stopped by the use of force. I would invite those who say the U.S. is motivated by imperialism and oil to come here. Our actions stopped the slaughter, and we asked for nothing in return. Which takes me back, inevitably, to Iraq. 4 years after Saddam fell, the democratic progress made there is under ferocious attack. In 2005, Iraqis voted 3 times, inspired millions, and challenged the dictators and the mullahs who rule the neighboring states. Some of these men and their terrorist allies are now fomenting sectarian violence between Iraq's religious sects, hoping to demoralize and defeat us and the new Iraqi government. In the face of this terrorist onslaught, I say we address the mistakes we have made, find a new strategy, promote the best generals we have, and fight on to give the Iraqi people the future they deserve. On any given day, or even over years, the headlines may be dark. But over the decades I've been in public life, freedom has been spreading. And the reason is the power of ideas, called neoconservative, but in reality fundamental American values: individual liberty, free markets, and the rule of law. More people live in democracies than ever before. I'm proud that America has helped make that happen. There are 2 rival tendencies in American foreign policy. One is isolationism. It's too dangerous to improve the world beyond our borders. Let's do nothing. The other dates back to Thomas Jefferson, who wrote that the United States must restore light and liberty to those threatened by barbarism and despotism. It's not easy, I concede. We can't do it everywhere. But when barbarism and despotism threaten, I believe we must challenge them, firmly and bravely.
Richard Perle quotes approvingly the pledge from Kennedy's inaugural, carved in stone at his gravesite here at Arlington, overlooking Washington. Perle says that if President Bush had given Kennedy's inaugural, he would have been denounced as a neoconservative. But President Bush's own rhetoric went further than Kennedy's, beginning with his speech at West Point in June 2002, announcing doctrines many considered a radical shift in American foreign policy.
And our security require all Americans to be forward-looking and resolute, to be ready for preemptive action when necessary to defend our liberty and to defend our lives.
Many neoconservatives say that under the Bush administration, neoconservatism has evolved into something they can no longer support. Some others say that Iraq has killed neoconservatism, at least for a generation. Still, many neocons support President Bush in sending more troops to Iraq. Some want him to go even further, to attack Iran in order to save Iraq. One element of the crossroads the U.S. now faces is a choice, whether to stay with the new Bush doctrine in foreign policy or to return to a more traditional stance of deterrence, containment, and diplomacy. Many observers see small signs of that happening already. As some put it, less idealism, more realism. When the Crossroads series continues tomorrow night, we see how some radicalized Muslims in Europe have used Iraq as a motive for terrorism.
Tomorrow, when jihad was brought to Europe,
these 5 different bombs were set off.
It stunned the world.
The bombers were homegrown terrorists, born and raised in the United Kingdom.
We have one ideology. We hate all of you.
Then a special America at a Crossroads and NewsHour presentation. America is considered the land of freedom.
I realized that it was only in America that I would ever find myself.
But for many, it has become a land of uncertainty.
It's almost like a community living in fear within America.
Coming tomorrow on America at a Crossroads. To find interactive maps, discussion guides, online chats, and more information about programs in the America at a Crossroads series, visit pbs.org.